A fun fact about the Sydney Homebush Street Circuit is that it runs through the Olympic Park area, which means while the cars are tearing around the track, they're basically racing through a piece of history built for the 2000 Sydney Olympics. Imagine racing past the Olympic Stadium where so many memorable moments happened. It's a track that combines city street chaos with a splash of Olympic nostalgia. Alright everyone, the clock is ticking. Make sure to pick your favorite car before time runs out. We don't want any last-minute panic buys. Get your choices in now, so we can see which car takes the crown. Oh wow, what a clash of classic. The Ensign, AN176 from 1976, versus the Lotus 77 from the same year. That's like watching two vintage cars strut their stuff on the Sydney streets. Honestly, with car choice playing such a big role, I'd probably put my chips on the Lotus 77. It's a bit more iconic and might have a slight edge in handling and speed for a street circuit. But hey, never underestimate the charm and quirks of the Ensign. This race is definitely going to be a fun showdown. Alright everyone, the race just kicked off at the Sydney Homebush Street Circuit, and leading the pack is Bot Wrath 92 and a classic 1976 Surtees TS19. Looks like they've got the pole position and are ready to take this race by storm. Stay tuned, it's gonna be interesting to see if they can hold on to it. Wrath 92 has taken an early lead, Chubby Boy RJ is holding strong in second, and Frank Reddy is right behind in third. Looks like a close battle already. Frankie advances to third place. Lerashe Azo moves up one spot to fifth. Adonat 44 and Lyra Shai are nose to tail for fifth place. Chubby Boy RJ and Wrath 92 are nose to nose at the front. Sherogamarasak and Lotusos are swapping positions every corner. Timburghini, Tube and Celestia Linari are locked in a close fight for the 13th spot. Sherogamarasak is climbing one spot to take 9th place. Lotusos and Sherogamarasak are nose to nose for 9th. Timburghini Tuba is also making a move, climbing one spot to 13th. Amy just gained a spot to take 10th place. Ren Kaori moved up to 14th. Merita Kobleich and Nico Brokast are nose to nose for 17th. Timburghini, Tuba climbs up to 12th place. Nikhil Broadcast is closing in on Evolution 154, now just over a second apart. Madhya Koblai and Nikhil Broadcast are nose to tail for 17th place. Nikhil Broadcast is on the move, climbing 3 spots to 14th place. Ren Kaori is also gaining ground, moving up 1 spot to 13th place. Evolution 954 and Celestial Inari are locked in a close fight for 15th place. Yaki Ramen is making a move, climbing 3 spots to 14. Lirache is inching closer to the top 4. Timurgini, Tuba and Lotusos are nose-to-nose for 11th. Marty Freeze is now in 7th place, inching closer to Maya Dorados. The battle for 7th is heating up. Timurgini Tuba has climbed to 11th, closing in on the pack. Ferugamaratsak and Maya are neck and neck for 8th place. Ren Kaori is slicing through the field, now just a few seconds behind Lotusos. Marty Freeze is on fire, climbing from 6th to 1st in no time. Wrath 92 and Marty Freeze are nose to tail for the lead. Ferugamaratsak just snuck into the top 10, climbing 1 spot. Wrath 92 takes the lead now. Chubby Boy RJ and Flanky Frankie are right behind, inching closer. Looks like a tight battle for the top 3. Wrath 92 is leading comfortably with the fastest lap. Looks like he's got this race under control. Yaki Ramen is really closing the gap on Evolution 954. Looks like a battle for 7th place is heating up. Amy just moved up 1 spot to 8th. Lotusos is closing in on Timurgini Tube, the gap shrinking by almost 2 seconds. They're nose to tail for 10th place. This could get interesting. Ren Kaori is gaining on Lotus Os, closing the gap to just over a second. Marty Freeze is inching closer to Celestial Inari, closing in by a little over a second as well. Marty Freeze is chipping away at Celestial Inari's lead, closing the gap by 130 seconds. Yaki Ramen is climbing up the field, moving into the top 16. Cherugamarzak is gaining on Adanut 44, closing the gap by 1.2 seconds. Rain Kaori and Lotusos are locked in a fierce fight for 11th place. Amy is in 10th place with the Tyrrell 007. Her fastest lap is 1 minute, 35 seconds, which is decent but not enough to challenge the leaders. Looks like she's holding steady but not making much progress. Congratulations to Wrath 92 on winning the race. Looks like you really drove away with it. Well done. Wow! Wrath 92 really showed everyone how it's done. Congratulations on the win. You clearly know your way around these virtual racetracks. Great job! Keep up the speedy work. Absolutely. Did you know that the Hockenheimring Retro GP track is actually a nostalgic throwback to the classic racing circuits of the past? It features those iconic forest sections that make it feel like you're racing through a secret wooded course. It's like stepping into a vintage racing postcard where the landscape and the track history come alive, adding a little extra flavor to the AI races here. Wow, what a classic showdown! Magicobleich is in 1963, Agachanian Watson, a real vintage beauty. But that Maserati 250F from 1958 is no slouch either. Both cars have history and charm. But let's be honest, the Maserati might have a slight edge in aerodynamics and racing pedigree. Still, this is AI racing, so anything can happen. The Watson might surprise us with some vintage flair. My bet is on the Maserati winning by a nose, but I wouldn't be shocked if Jakob pulls off a surprise. This is going to be a fun race to watch. Alright folks, the race is underway at Hockenheimring Retro GP, and leading the pack is bot anonymous Ninity 3 in a 1952 Ferrari 375 Indy, starting on pole. That classic beauty is ready to make history from the front. Anonymous Ninity 3 has taken an early lead. Uncanny Buddy is holding strong in second, and Arayu Serial is right behind in third. Looks like a tight battle already. Betsmara is on a roll, climbing to 11th place after overtaking 3 cars. While Do is making a strong push, now in 17th after passing 4 cars. DKKP is also gaining ground, moving to 20th with 3 more cars overtaken. Schmerzenlive is climbing up 1 spot to take 9th place. Kikas Lady X3 and Schmerzenlive are nose-to-nose for 9th. Rowdy Zarov and Lynn Lilac are locked in a close fight for 13th. Willow Shrub is on a tier, climbing to 4th place after overtaking 3 cars. Betsmar is also on the move, passing 6 cars to land in 5th. Schmerzenlive is making progress as well, overtaking 3 to reach 6th. The race is heating up behind the leaders. Maya is slicing through the field now in 5th place. Ablaze is storming ahead, climbing to 6th after overtaking 10 cars. Its Therapair is making a move, now 7th after passing 8 cars. The race is heating up. Lightning Thief is climbing fast into 9th place. Frankwordy is right behind, also making a move into 10th. Nadia Koblech is on a tier, overtaking 6 cars to land in 11th. Things are heating up behind the front runners. Willow Shrub is on a roll, climbing to 7th place. Schmerzenlive is right behind, also making a big move to 8th. Illicitona 1095 is storming through the field, overtaking 11 cars to land in 9th. Things are heating up. The Lightning Thief is making a charge, now in the 18th place after overtaking 4 cars. Schmegakat is also on the move, climbing 6 spots to 19. Rowdy Zerolf is gaining ground, also up 6 positions to 20th. The battle for position is heating up. Willow Shrub is closing in on Ablaze fast, cutting the gap by 7.7 seconds. Waldo has climbed 2 spots to 9th place. Indy Copaite is moving up 1 spot to 11th place. Its Therapair is on the rise, now in 14th place after overtaking 3 cars. Jagishat is also climbing fast, now in 15th after overtaking 4 cars. Rowdy Zerolf is making a move, now in 16th after overtaking 4 cars as well. Lin Lilac is on a roll, climbing 4 places to 19. Majakobleich is also making moves, jumping 4 spots to 21. Anonymous Ninity 3 is gaining ground, overtaking 3 cars to land at 23. Ablai is on fire, climbing to 2nd place after overtaking 3 cars. Majakobleich is making a strong push, passing 4 cars to reach 17. Anonymous Ninity 3 is also on the move, overtaking 5 cars to settle into 18. Willow Shrub is climbing fast, now in 4th place. Schmerzenliv is also on the move, now 5th. The Lightning Thief has made a big jump, now in 19th. Rud Freeboy Gaming Studios is closing in fast on Maya, cutting the gap by 740 seconds. Waldo just moved up 1 spot to take 10th place. Amy also gained 1 spot, now in 11th. Willow Shrub is gaining on Daisy Chains, closing the gap by 1.7 seconds. Its Therapair is closing in on Rud Freeboy Gaming Studios, reducing the gap by 2 seconds. Rowdy Zerolf is moving up 1 spot to take the 16th place. Waldo is on a roll, climbing 3 spots to 7th. Dicey Shines is chipping away at Ablaze, closing the gap by over 2 seconds. Schmerzenliebe just snatched a spot up to 4th. Maya is closing in on Eliciton 1095, the gap shrinking fast. Anonymous 93 is catching up to Majakoblaj, both battling for 16th place. Route 3 Boy Gaming Studios advances to 12th place. Jagicat climbs to 13. Rowdy Zerov moves into 14. Looks like everyone's playing the game of leapfrog today. Anonymous Ninety 3 is on a roll, climbing to 13th place. Willow Shrub is making a move to 15. The Lightning Thief is storming up to 21 after overtaking 5 cars. Maya is closing in on Elicitone 1095, cutting the gap by 1.1 seconds. Kickass Lady X3 is climbing 2 spots to take 18th place. The Lightning Thief is moving up 1 spot to occupy 20th place. Indigo Patey is gaining on Waldo, closing the gap by over a second and a quarter. Amy is hot on Indigopit's tail, closing in by more than 2 seconds. Willow Shrub is climbing up the field, moving into 14th place. Valdo is in 8th place with a 1952 Kozma Offi. Their fastest lap is 2:45.812, so they're holding a decent pace but not quite at the front. Looks like a steady race for now. Daisy Shans is climbing up to 2nd place. Schmerzen Live is now in 3rd. Arayo Serial is pushing into 4th. The race is heating up. Tranquility is making a move, climbing 4 places to 21st. The Lightning Thief is doing the same, also jumping 4 spots to 22nd. Schmerzenliebe just gained 1 position, now holding 2nd place. Congratulations to Ablaze on winning the race at Hockenheimring Retro GP. Looks like they were just too fast for the rest of the pack. Well done! Wow, what a stunning victory! Congratulations to Ablaze for taking the top spot. It looks like all those hours of racing practice really paid off. Great job out there, you definitely earned that win. Sure thing. Did you know that starting from 2010, street cars and racing classes began to emphasize more on lightweight materials and advanced aerodynamics? It's almost like they want to make sure you're not just driving fast, but also looking like you mean business. It's a cool mix of style and speed that makes watching these cars a real treat. Alright everyone, time is running out. Make those final choices and get ready for the race. Don't leave your car selection to the last second or you might end up with the slower option. Let's get those picks in before it's too late. Hey Amin-san, welcome back to the stream. Glad to see you're back in the mix. Hope you've been missing these AI car races because things are about to get exciting again. Sit tight and enjoy the show. Alright. We've got Amy in a 2021 Nissan 400Z and Frankenballs in a 2016 Ford Mustang GT50. The Nissan is pretty nimble with its modern tech, so it might have an edge on tight corners. The Mustang, on the other hand, with its raw power and muscular stance, could dominate the straights and open sections. On Alden Park International No Chicane, the twisty bits could favor Amy's more modern, agile Z, but the Mustang's torque could still be a game changer if it gets the right run. Honestly, I'd say it's a toss-up, but if I had to pick, I'm leaning slightly towards Amy's Nissan taking the win, mainly because it might handle the more technical bits better. But don't count out the Mustang's muscle. This race could surprise us. Alright folks, the race kickoff at Alton Park International. Nodi Chicane, and leading the pack is Botwalk CB in a 2011 BMW. 1M looks like they've got the pole position, so let's see if they can hold on to that lead. Wauk CB has taken the lead right out of the gate. Frankenballs is holding strong in second place. And Amy is sitting comfortably in third. Looks like a tight battle already. Gabby the Minimac is on a roll, climbing 4 spots to reach the 17th place. Maya is inching closer, now in 4th. Aminsan is also making progress, moving up one spot to 6th. Frankenbuzz is now in 1st place. Aminsan has moved up to 5th. Madhya Koblai is in 10th. Hanadedi, Handisin Dehu. The race is heating up. Amy just took the 2nd place from Wauk CB. Looks like she's on a roll. Madhya Koblai is climbing up to 9th place, inching closer to the top. Abomzi is climbing up to 7th place. Lil Sprout is now in 13th. Beyond Two Dark Souls has moved to 18th. Beyond Two Dark Souls and Cyrirelia are neck and neck for 17th. Cyrirelia is dropping like a stone to 23rd place. Maya is climbing steadily to 2nd. Amin-san is inching up to 4th. Amin-san and Wauk CB are nose to nose for 3rd place. Looks like a tight squeeze. Amin-san just sneaked into 3rd place. Amy is closing in on Wauk CB, cutting the gap by 1.6 seconds. Spear Like Hail is climbing up to 7th. Abomzi is climbing up to 5th place. Lil Sprout is also moving up to 13. Singoshi and Lil Sprout are nose to nose for that 13th spot. Amin-san just sneaked into 2nd place. Maya and Amin-san are nose to nose for that spot. Abomzi is closing in on Wauk CB, shrinking the gap by over a second. Abomzi and Wauk CB are locked in a fierce fight for 4th. Abomzi just overtook someone to move into 4th place. Gabitha Minimak and H2 Hova are nose to nose for 11. Beyond Two Dark Souls and Official Klassilev are locked in a close fight for 16. Lil Sprout is on a roll, climbing to the 10th place after overtaking 3 cars. Maho Chaos is also making moves, now in the 18th spot after a similar surge. Abomzi is having a rough time, dropping 17 positions to 21st. Beyond Two Dark Souls is making a strong move, now in 12th place after overtaking 3 cars. Celestia Linari is also climbing, now in 21st after a similar surge. Amy has advanced 1 spot, now in 4th. Lil Sprout is gaining on Majako Blake, closing the gap by 1.2 seconds. They are nose to nose for 9th place. Caffeinated Car and its Bumblebee are also battling hard for 14th position. Amin-san is gaining on Frankenballs, closing the gap by 1.1 seconds. Lil Sprout has climbed 2 spots to take 8th place. Iconic Odd and Lil Sprout are locked in a close fight for 8th position. Congratulations to Frankenballs on winning the race at Alton Park International. No chicane. No chicane. Clearly, their skills are unstoppable. Well done. Wow, Frankenbouts really pulled off an impressive win. Huge congratulations to them. That was some slick driving. Or maybe just really lucky eye. And great job to Amundsen for snagging the fastest lap. They can now claim the 2010 Saleen 5's Raptor. That's a pretty sweet ride. Definitely a smart move to go for the fastest lap. I mean, who doesn't want to cruise around in a modern streetcar like that? Alright, here's a fun fact for you. The Group 3 racing cars are actually a bit like the classic rock stars of the racing world. They're old school but still pack a punch. They were originally meant for touring car racing and have a nostalgic charm that makes them feel like they're straight out of a vintage racing movie. Basically, they're the Ford Mustangs and BMW M3s of the racing universe, balancing style and speed with a bit of history to boot. Hey everyone! Time's almost up to pick your car. Make your choice now or forever. Hold your peace in the race. Don't miss out on the chance to see which AI car will dominate today. Oh wow! This is quite the vintage showdown. Maya in a 1977 Opel Kadett C versus Super Sigi in a 1963 Jaguar E-Type lightweight. Both are classics, but the Opel is probably more suited for a racetrack than the Jaguar, which is more of a showstopper than a speed demon. The Opel might have the edge with its more modern design and possibly better handling, especially on a track like Berlin E-Prix. But don't underestimate the Jaguar's style and agility. Still, if I had to put my chips down, I'd say Maya's Opel has a slight advantage just because it's a bit more race-ready for the modern track. So, my pick is Maya in the Opel. But hey, with AI drivers and vintage cars, anything can happen. Buckle up! Alright folks, the race is on at Berlin Prix, and leading the pack is the bot Roger Bar 302 in a classic 1977 Lancia Stratos HF Classic Beauty up front. Let's see if it can hold the pressure. Roger Bar 302 has taken the lead right out of the gate. Prodigy Place 58 is holding strong in second place, and Kazumer Girl is right behind in third. Looks like a tight battle already shaping up. Prodigy Place 58 and Roger Bar 302 are still locked in a fierce fight for first place. Maya has just overtaken 2 cars to sit in third. Super Sigi is climbing up to 5th, 1 spot ahead. Prodigy Place 58 is now in first place. Nox Exodus has moved up to 14th. Linilak and Amy are still neck and neck for 7th place. Latin Numera just climbed one spot to 16. Gigas Lady X3 and Platinumera are now in a close fight for 15. Amy is climbing up to 7th place. Bobardo has moved up to 10th. The race is heating up. Is now in 4th place. Cherofa Kitten is gaining on Nox Exodus, closing the gap by 1.7 seconds. Cherofa Kitten and Nox Exodus are battling it out for 13th place. Amy just gained a spot and is now in 6th place. Relaxed View and Bobardo are nose to nose for 10. Latinumera is climbing 2 spots and is now in 13. X-Ragnarox is gaining on Lin Lilac, closing the gap by 1.3 seconds. Nox Exodus just moved up 1 spot to 13th place. Platinumera and Nox Exodus are locked in a close fight for 13th place. Super Siggy is cruising in a lightweight Jaguar E-Type from 1963. Looks like they're holding steady in 4th place, probably enjoying the classic charm and speed. Platinumera is climbing to 13th place. Athena CNC is also moving up, now in 15th. Cherofa Kitten and Athena CNC are nose to nose for 15th. Relaxed View is climbing up to 10th place. Bobardo and Relaxed View are nose to nose for that same spot. Cherofa Kitten is also making progress, now in 15th. Katsuma Girl is really closing in on Super Siggy, just a second and a bit behind now. Relaxed View is climbing up to 9th place, making moves. Athena CNC is also on the rise, now in 15th, inching closer to the top. Athena CNC is driving a 1961 MGMG Sprint I. They're currently in the 16th position and seem to be holding a steady pace, but not making much progress. Athena CNC just overtook Nox Exodus, and now they are fighting for the same spot. Looks like Athena CNC is on the move. The Group 3 cars seem to be dominating with faster lap times and better positions. The track favors their agility and speed, giving them a clear edge over Group 2. Kami Girl and Amy are nose to nose for 5th place. Maya is closing in on them from behind. Nox Exodus is making a move up to 14. Prodigy Place 58 is cruising at the front with the fastest lap. Looks like he's got this race under control unless he slips up. Cherofa Kitten is driving a Triumph Dolomite Sprint from 1973. They're currently in the 17th place and seem to be struggling with pace, as their fastest lap is over a second slower than the leader. Maya is holding steady in 7th place. Super Siggy is under pressure from Amy, now just a second behind. Nyavling is now in 10th place, inching closer to Bobardo, who is right ahead. The battle for 9th is heating up with Nyavling and Bobardo fighting for every inch. Prodigy Place 58 is leading in a 1974 Fiat 131 Abarthat. They're holding the top spot comfortably and have the fastest lap so far, so it looks like they're driving smoothly and maintaining a strong pace. Wow, Prodigy Place 58 really took the checkered flag. Congratulations on the win. Wow, what a fantastic race. Congratulations to Prodigy Place 58 for taking the checkered flag. Clearly, they've got the skills to dominate the track. And a big shout out to me for winning the bet race. I finally get to add that classic 1977 Opel Kadett C to my garage. And Amy, you really made those overtakes count. You've earned that charming 1975 Fiat X19 Dallara. This race was filled with excitement. Stay tuned for more high-speed fun. For this track, I would focus mostly on the car's handling and stability. Since it's an oval, being able to maintain high speeds through the turns without losing control is crucial. Power is important, but if the car can't handle the curves smoothly, it'll lose valuable seconds. So, a balance between acceleration and grip would be key here. Hey everyone, the clock's ticking. If you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time or you'll miss out on all the fun. Don't let your favorite slip away. Alright folks, this is quite the interesting matchup. Thomas Moran is behind a 1999 Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 6 Style. That car is known for its agility and rally heritage, making it quite the nimble contender, especially on a tricky oval like Brasilia. On the other hand, your instinct is in a 2000 Lexus GS 300. That's a more luxury-oriented sedan with a smoother ride. Not exactly built for aggressive racing. Given the racing dynamics and the cars involved, I'd lean towards Thomas Moran and his Evo V6. The Mitsubishi's lightweight and turbo-charged engine should give him an edge in handling and acceleration on the oval. The Lexus, while comfortable and refined, might struggle to keep up in the tight, high-intensity racing environment. So, I'd say Thomas Moran has a slight advantage here, but with racing, anything can happen. Let's see if the Lexus can surprise us. Alright folks. The race kicks off at the Brasilia Oval with those 2000s slow cars. Leading the pack from the very start is Botley Zashibi in a 26 Honda Civic SIA. Let's see if that old-timer can hold the lead, or if the newer speedsters will catch up. The Zashibi has taken an early lead, with Drletsko right behind in second place. Oscar Wolf is currently holding on to third, but I bet they're all eyeing each other for the next move. Aussie 2002 is making a strong move up to 13th place. Drletsko and Zashibi are nose-to-nose for the lead. Oscar Wolf and Drletsko are locked in a fierce fight for second. Waxy B is climbing up to 4th place. Cobber is now in 6th. Cobber and Anarchy 6X are nose-to-nose fighting for 5th. Oscar Wolf is climbing up to 2nd place now. Drletsko and Oscar Wolf are nose-to-nose for 2nd. Cliffzone is making a move, climbing 2 spots to 5th. Cliffzone just sneaked into 4th place. Cliffzone and Drletsko are nose-to-nose for 3rd. Violetta Mama and Catgirl TM are locked in a close fight for 8th. Cliffzone just overtook for 3rd place. Looks like a close fight between Drletsko and Cliffzone for that spot. Waxy B and Drletsko are still neck and neck for 4th place. Cliffzone just snuck into 2nd place, leaving the rest of the pack wondering what hit them. Waxy B is also climbing up, now in 5th, inching closer to the top. Aussie Duat was 10 and 2 and Catgirl TM are nose to tail for 8th, so expect some fireworks soon. Cliffzone just snuck into the lead, leaving the rest to chase. Aussie Dayupo Penton 2 is climbing up to 8th place. Aussie Yaweo Hunter 2 and Cobber are nose-to-nose for 7th. Looks like a tight squeeze. Aussie Duo 2 is on the move, overtaking 3 cars to reach 5th place. Waxy B has climbed 1 spot to 3rd. Anarchizix and Aussie 22 are nose to tail, battling for 5th. Aussie 2 2020 is climbing up to 4th place. Oscar Wolf and Aussie 2 1002 are nose to tail for that position. Thomas Moran is advancing to 9th place. Aussie Lieutenant 2 is climbing fast into 2nd place. Thomas Moran is also making moves, now in 7th. Thomas Moran and Anarchy 6X are nose to tail fighting for 6th. Thomas Moran is climbing up to 6th place. Cobber is now in 8th, inching closer. Mootwolf is closing the gap on the Foss 84 by 1 second. Aussie Dupfu 2002 is gaining on Cliffzone, closing the gap by 1.2 seconds. Thomas Moran has climbed 1 spot to 5th place. Catgirl TM has also moved up 1 spot, now in 9th. Anarchizix is climbing up to 6th place. The Fots 84 is chipping away at Draletsko's lead, now just over a second behind. Amy and Unknown Tactics are nose to tail for 15th. Wow CB is climbing up to 3rd place. Anarchizix is narrowing the gap to Thomas Morin, now just 1.1 seconds behind. The Fots 84 and Draletsko are locked in a close fight for 10th. Anarchizix is climbing up to 5th place. Oscar Wolf is now in 6th. The Fots 84 has moved into 10th. Looks like everyone's making some progress. Thomas Moran is climbing to 6th place. Cobber is now 7th. The Fots 84 is sneaking into 9th. Looks like everyone's on the move. The Fots 84 is climbing up to 8th place. Cobber and the Fots 84 are nose to nose for 7th. Amy is making a move to 16th. Wow CB is gaining on Aussie 22,002 fast, just 5.2 seconds behind now. Anarchizix is inching closer to Liza Shibi, closing in by 1.2 seconds. Thomas Moran and Anarchizix are locked in a fierce duel for 5th place. Wow, Cliffzone just took the victory. Looks like they were in a league of their own. Well done on the win. Wow, Cliffzone really pulled off an impressive victory. Congratulations on an amazing win. Looks like all that practice paid off. Can't wait to see what you do next in the races. Sure. Did you know the 1966 Matra MS5 was actually built for the French Formula 3 Championship? It's like the little car that could, packed with so much racing spirit despite its size. It's pretty much the underdog of the racing world, showing that big things come in small packages. Welcome back, Everlasting OPEX. Glad to see you return to the racetrack. Hope you're ready to see some high-speed chaos with our AI cars. Sit back and enjoy the show. Well, with both drivers flying blind in the same vintage ride on the same track, it's pretty much a coin toss. Tight 61 and Lil Sprout are basically mystery racers at this point. I'd say it depends on who's got the better luck or who's feeling more daring today. But hey, in the end, it's all about the thrill of the race and the drama of who surprises us the most. So, who do you guys think is going to pull off the unexpected win? Alright folks, the race kicks off at Nemunositas with Botzombush 86 on pole in a classic 1968 Techno 68. Let's see if history can be made today or if it's just another scenic drive. Sombush 86 has taken the lead right out of the gate. Natural Yunlucky is holding strong in second place. And right behind them, Amy is sitting comfortably in third. Looks like a pretty tight start so far. The Betty White Show just moved up one spot to 5th place. The Betty White Show and MooTube are nose to nose for 4th. Everlasting Apex and the Betty White Show are fighting hard for 5th. Mutuba is now in 3rd place, climbing up one spot. Maya is up to 6th position, also gaining one spot. Caffeinated Car has moved into 9th place, climbing one spot as well. The track seems to be favoring the Techno 68s, as most top contenders are on that car. But the tight corners could shake things up if someone gets aggressive. Now Pink Wolf just overtook someone to move into 7th place. Queen Munda and Cobracle are still neck and neck for 13th. Nekzaromaval is climbing up to 16th. Tita 61 and Lord Buttrell are nose to nose for the 17th spot. Das Kitten Fee just sneaked up one place to 21st. And then Nene Savage is climbing up one spot to take the 18th place. Tita 61 and Senar Savage are nose to tail fighting for that 18th spot. Tita 61 just nudged into the top 20. Senar Savage and Tita 61 are nose to tail fighting for that 18th spot. Tita 61 is in 20th place, and Lil Sprout is just behind in 21st. Looks like they're stuck in a close battle, but neither is making a move yet. Senar Savage is driving a 1966 Matra MS5. They're currently in 17th place, so they're not exactly leading the pack but still hanging in there. Marper Pink Wolf is climbing up to 6th place. Everlasting Apex is also moving up one spot, now in 7th. Looks like they're both feeling aggressive today. Maya is slicing through the pack, now in 5th place after overtaking 3 cars. The battle with the Betty White Show is heating up, both fighting hard for 5th. The Betty White Show is now in 5th place, moving up one spot. Maya is right behind in 6th, and it's a close fight for that 5th position. Lord Buttrell is driving a 1966 Matra MS5 and is currently in the 18th place. Their lap time is just over 27.4 seconds. So they're not exactly setting the world on fire, but at least they're still in the race. Mutuba is driving a 1968 Techno 68 and is currently in 3rd place. They've set the fastest lap of the race so far at 1 minute 24.635 seconds, so they're definitely pushing hard. Looks like they're closing in on the leaders. Lil Sprout is driving a 1966 Matra MS5 and is currently in the last place. Their lap time is close to the others, but not enough to climb up. Looks like a long way to go. Maya and Amy are still neck and neck for 5th place. Slipsnita Gaming has just overtaken someone to sit in 10th. Quimonda is climbing up to 14th. Iron Crosser Windcross is driving a 1966 Matra MS5. They're currently in the 12th position and seem to be struggling a bit with a lap time of 26.11 seconds. Queen Monda is climbing up to 12th place. Cobraco is advancing to 13th place. Stabby Gay Killens is moving into 14th place. Well, look at that! Zumbush 86 just took the top spot. Guess all those practice laps paid off. Congratulations on the win. Wow! Zumbush 86 took the checkered flag. Congratulations on the win, you drove like a champ. And hey! Maya just set the fastest lap, so she's claiming a 1968 Techno 68. Looks like she's got a new vintage ride to show off. Great race, everyone. Keep those engines revving. Sure thing. Did you know that in the era before fancy turbocharged engines and high-tech aerodynamics, racing was all about raw driver skill and mechanical ingenuity? Back in the 1960s and earlier, cars like the Ford GT40 or the Shelby Cobra were basically piloting metal beasts with minimal electronic nannies. It was a time when a good driver could really make a difference because these cars didn't have much assistance. Plus, racing cars often looked more like street cars, which made the whole thing feel a bit more like an exciting automotive rollercoaster ride, rather than a high-tech rocket. Alright everyone, if you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time. The countdown is almost done, and we're about to send these AI racers into the track. Don't miss out on your chance to see which car dominates the race. Get those choices in before it's too late. Alright everyone, looks like we need a quick pit stop for some maintenance. Don't go anywhere though.